Hey guys, how you doing? This video, we're going to be talking about the June 2024 real estate market here on East Bay. But before we get started with that, let's cover some administrative items. First of all, guys, if you are looking to buy or sell a home, look around the screen. My number's going to pop up. Love the opportunity to talk with you. Number two, if you're somebody who stays updated on the real estate market, again, look around the screen, click on the subscribe button and join our channel here. Finally, comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know if you have any questions. So as I said before, guys, in this video, we're going to be talking about the June, the market in 2024 up to June right now. Let's pop the first slide up here. Now, if you have been watching any of my videos, you've actually seen this slide before. It is the monthly average price over the last 5 years in 4 cities. We call this Central Contra Costa, but it's focused on Concord, Walnut Creek, Martinez, and Pleasant Hill. Now, you may say, Ron, I don't live in one of those cities. But what ends up happening is you don't necessarily pay attention to the numbers, but pay attention to the trends, because the trends are going to be the same any place in Contra Costa or at East Bay. So you may see that numbers are different between Danville and Concord, but the trends will be the same, okay? So if you see upward trending, you're going to see upward trending in Danville and any other city on the East Bay that you live in. Now, again, as I said, it's the average price over the last 5 years. So one of the trends we see, and this is a great predictor for what's going to happen in the market. If you look, a consistent trend that we see is the market tends to go up. There's annual volatility. The market tends to go up in the months of April, May, and June, and then drop off towards the end of the year. Now, we're moving towards the end of the year, the second half, so the expectation is the market is going to drop off. Actually, you can see the market dropping off, and that's something we can expect in 2024. The other thing that we can look at that's happening right now in the market is what interest rates doing, and also what inventory is doing. So let's go to our next slide, and let's take on those challenges, because that's also going to tell us a little bit about the market. So again, volatility is one thing. Now we want to take a look at interest rates. So this next slide we're going to pop up here actually covers interest rates. And this is the average of the 30-year fixed rate mortgage, nationwide average. Now, one of the things we see, this is from the beginning of the year and it's weekly. We see right now we're actually above that red line. That red line is the average in 2024, and we're actually on the high end of it. So if we see higher interest rates, that's going to mean that fewer buyers are going to be out there. Consequently, it's going to be higher inventory, and we're going to see with higher inventory, we're going to see lower prices. So if we see this trend continuing, we see a couple things here. We see a market that regular volatility is, it says that it's going to drop off. Also, interest rates are higher right now, so that's going to lead to lower prices. So we got a couple things pushing down on prices right now. So expectation, we probably will see lower prices in the coming months. Now, the other thing, and this is the biggest driver of prices, is inventory. Let's look at this next slide. Now, this next slide really compares, it goes back to average price in those 4 cities we talked about. And again, focus on the trends, not the actual dollar amounts, because you may not live in one of these 4 cities, okay? The orange line that you see there, that is inventory. That's months of inventory. So if the orange line is lined up at about 2, you know there's about 2 months of inventory available. 3, you know it's about 3 months of inventory. But one of the things you can see is that when the line is high, inventory is high, prices are low. So if you look between April and May of this year, we see that inventory is going up in that time period, okay? So again, this idea of inventory increasing, we're looking at potentially prices dropping off coming towards the end of the year. Now, here's the one thing we got to think about, okay? We've seen that the trends, normal volatility, prices are probably going to drop off. We're seeing, interest rates are a little higher right now. That's creating downward pressure on pricing. And we see inventory is actually a little higher right now. That's creating downward pressure on pricing. So the expectation is prices are probably going to come down. This is telling you something that if you're a buyer, this is probably a great time to jump into the market, because we're probably going to see prices a little lower towards the end of the year. Unless we see something radical happening, prices are going to be a little lower. Might be a great time for buyers to jump in the market. Now, when we say buyers, we're not only talking about first-time home buyers, but if you are somebody you're going to be downsizing and buying another home, upsizing and buying another home, you are also a buyer. You may sell your home for a little less, but buying's going to be a snap for you. You're going to buy at a better price. And I've heard people say, well, prices are still too high. Well, you know, if this market was a little different, we'd see prices right now. If we go back to that first slide, we'd see prices above what it was in 2022. That's the way the market actually started out this year. Right now, we're seeing that prices are below 2022, and they may be dipping below 2023 prices and so forth, you know? So it's definitely a great time to jump in the market. Again, if you're buying or selling a home, probably not going to sell for as much as you could have a couple years ago or a couple months ago, but buying your home. The other thing that's going to happen, guys, right now, interest rates are up. You buy in this higher interest rate market. What's going to happen when interest rates come down? That's going to draw more buyers to the market. Those buyers are going to buy up the inventory. Inventory is going to go down, and consequently, prices are going to go up. So when those prices go up, if you've already bought your new home, your home value is going to go up, and you're going to start building equity in your home quicker than somebody who waited. You're going to pay less, and you're going to build equity in your property a little bit bigger. Let's go to the fourth slide again on this one. This is inventory. You know, again, you know, we spoke about months of inventory, and it's those 4 cities that I spoke about: Concord, Pleasant Hill, Walnut Creek, and Martinez. Again, don't worry about the number, focus on the trends, okay? And that green line where you see it's marked 2024, that's inventory in 2024. That's months of inventory that's available. One of the things I want you to see from this is that inventory right now is the highest we've seen in the last 5 years. So that increase in inventory is really creating downward pressure on pricing. So that's what we're seeing going into the second half of the year. And you know something, guys, again, if you're looking to buy a home, this is probably a great time to jump on it. If we see shifts in this, if we see interest rates dropping off a little bit in 2025, we've seen inventory come down, prices are going to shoot through the ceiling, and you know, it's going to be tougher buying in the future in 2025, you know, than it is right now. Now, the next slide, love looking at this because this compares what's happening in that small area that I'm looking at, those 4 cities, versus the wider East Bay, where we're incorporating both Contra Costa and Alameda County. One of the things to look at, you see the red that's on there? Look at those red numbers. Really, that refers to when it's trending downwards. The black number, it's trending upwards. If you notice, everything that's red in the top part is just Concord, Pleasant Hill, Walnut Creek. The bottom's Alameda and Contra Costa County. Everything that's red in the top is also red in the bottom. Everything that's black in the top, it's also black in the bottom. That really tells you that the trends are you know, aligned, and the trends are moving the same. So if it's going downwards, it's going downwards in the larger East Bay. It's going downwards in that central Contra Costa area. You know, I spent a lot of time talking about inventory in this video. So let's look at a couple of the numbers here with inventory. Okay, I'm going to put on my glasses so I can see this. If you go over a couple of blocks where it says number of homes sold, we can see that the number of homes this year sold is up about 3% in both Central Contra Costa and the overall East Bay. And last year they were down, Central Contra Costa about 38% and down about 36%. But let's look at number of homes listed. If you notice, in Central Contra Costa, those 4 cities, number of homes listed is up. 19%. So we're selling fewer homes, but we're listing more homes. And that's where we see inventory really rising. And remember, higher inventory leads to lower prices, okay? Again, if we look down to the bottom and we're looking at Alameda County, Contra Costa, we see that same thing. We see kind of matching numbers. Now, one of my numbers that I actually created and things, and it's a way of looking at the inventory, is the second to last number there, which is, I call it the home availability index. What that tells you, in this year in Central Contra Costa, there was 1.35 homes available for everybody who bought a home. And you look down, that's the highest we've seen. So that tells you inventory's up, okay? Prices are gonna be down. So guys, if you, that's it. If you've got any questions or so, anything that you wanna talk about, comment below, let us know how we're doing. Let us know if you have any questions, and we'll definitely respond to you. Also, if you're buying or selling a home, guys, love the opportunity to talk to you. Look around the screen, give us a call. Finally, if you're somebody who keeps updated with the real estate market, guys, again, look around the screen, subscribe to our channel. Thanks for listening, okay? Also, there's gonna be a couple other videos that pop up here. Take a look, great lessons for you, okay? Thanks now, bye-bye.